Welcome to Shine Strong, Live Long, where you'll find inspiration for personal and spiritual development for you and I to become who we were designed to be with intentionality. BJ doesn't like being on camera. So, welcome to me starting my morning routine. So I begin every morning helping BJ get ready for work. I get up usually when he gets up, maybe a little bit after, because he goes to work before me, because we pray together before we leave in the morning. And so that's actually good for me because getting up kind of helps me go ahead and get started, opening the blinds and everything when he leaves. And I help him get ready, meaning like I help him with his lunch and his breakfast. And then I start my habit stacking routine. And this is a method by James Clear, and it's in his book, Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, you should totally read it. It is amazing. But habit stacking has been really helpful for me. It's basically like you stack a habit before a habit and a habit after a habit. So you are just kind of flowing. It's kind of like my whole day, all my important habits are like right after each other, because then I don't have to think about chores. I just go ahead and start since I'm already in the kitchen in the morning. And then I go upstairs and I make the bed, and it kind of helps me kind of get up, get my blood circulating. And I sing songs usually while I do this. I had to mute it because, woo, girl, me in the morning didn't sound that good. So after that, I go downstairs and I kind of just sit and I start my day with being intentional the way that I need to be. And so that means that I start with my journal and my calendar book, and I have my iPad with me, and you'll see kind of what I'm going to do with those. I drink water first thing before I start thinking. Not first thing in the morning, but before I start thinking, because my brain, woo. And so I start journaling. And this particular morning, while I was journaling, I was kind of reflecting on some things. My journaling is my freestyling. So I don't really have a specific thing that I talk about or think about or write about during the mornings. It's kind of just, Christina, just dump all of your thoughts down, because you will get overwhelmed really quickly with your to-do list if you don't do this first. So when I was doing it, I thought about Ephesians 6, which it talked about putting on the full armor of Christ, and it also talked about how we don't wrestle against flesh or blood, but against principalities and like rulers of darkness. And so I went straight there to read about it during my morning devotions, and doing this kind of set purpose for the day, and that's kind of what I pray for. I also have a morning prayer that I have. It's kind of like a prayer / affirmation. I didn't record that, but I'm happy to do that in another video if anyone's interested. So after I read my devotions, I go straight to my goal tracker worksheet, which I'm super proud of, and I set a why to my day, and my why was Ephesians 6, put on the full armor of God. And I wrote down some of my goals, just like to do things. I had a lot to do that particular day to get ready for the weekend. But this worksheet helps me kind of be more intentional about holistic, because I can just write to-dos after to-dos because I just have a whole lot of tasks to do, but I don't think about how I can be intentional with the holistic approach of my day. So how am I loving stronger and building relationships, or shining brighter, or choosing better? So what I did, I reflected on the day before and the things that I did that were a part of that whole like shine stronger and choose better tagline. And I noticed on this worksheet that I needed to say, how did I do yesterday instead of today? So I've updated that on my website. So if you download the Goal Tracker worksheet, which I encourage you to do so, it's free, and then you can add it to your morning routine too. And the last thing that I do before I get ready for work is I jot down the things that I need to do in my calendar book. And yes, I have to do all of that stuff before I write down my to-do list, because I will be overwhelmed with all the things that I have in my brain in the morning. So that kind of helps me focus. So you guys, this is my abbreviated version of my morning routine. Just for context, it was about like an hour long, what I was doing. But if you have a favorite part of your morning routine, be sure to comment that below.